Let me introduce you to Aura Sanchez, our program manager. Aura oversees educational initiatives, advocacy efforts, and patient engagement to support those affected by primary liver cancer. She works closely with medical experts, survivors, patients, and caregivers to develop accessible resources and meaningful events that empower the liver cancer community. She is dedicated to amplifying patient and caregiver voices and advancing Blue Faery's mission to prevent, treat, and ultimately cure hepatocellular carcinoma. Would you guys give a warm welcome to Aura, please? Thank you.
Hi, everyone, and thank you for being here today. Like Andrea mentioned, my name is Aura Sanchez, and I am the program manager for Blue Faery. Some of you may already know a little bit about Blue Faery. You've been hearing about us all morning. And for others, this might be your first time hearing about us. Either way, I'm really glad that all of you are here today to support us and to learn a little bit about liver cancer. It means a lot to have you with us here today in our very first Lunch and Learn here in Dallas. I also want to thank you for choosing to spend part of your Saturday here with us. I know a lot of you have been here since very early, so I'm glad that you're here with us today, especially on such a warm day as well. I hope that you find this session helpful as well as inspiring and maybe even a little comforting, because here at Blue Faery, our main goal is to make sure that patients, caregivers, and families know that they're not alone. Over the next few minutes, I want to introduce you to our organization, share our mission, and highlight the programs that we've created to support you and the wider community affected by liver cancer. I would like to talk a little bit about Blue Faery's vision and mission. At Blue Faery, we envision a future where patients and caregivers affected by HCC, hepatocellular carcinoma, as you've heard a lot today, the most common type of primary liver cancer, never have to face this disease alone. Too often people tell us that they feel overwhelmed, underheard, or they're just left searching for answers in a sea of medical complexity that is just very hard to understand. And our vision is to change that. We imagine a world where every patient and caregiver has the tools, the knowledge, and the compassion they need, not only to live better, but also feel truly supported and valued. This vision is what also inspires our mission. Blue Faery's mission is to prevent, treat, and cure primary liver cancer, specifically HCC, through research, education, and advocacy. Our work will improve the quality of life for HCC patients and support their caregivers and families, give them hope, information, and a voice. Together, our vision and mission remind us that behind every statistic is a person with hopes, fears, a caregiver who sacrifices daily, a family who deserves compassion, and they are why we do the work that we do and ultimately why we're here today. Now, why Blue Faery? As many of you have noticed, all of our logos are covered in Blue Faeries. Well, Blue Faery was founded in memory of Adrienne Wilson, who passed away from liver cancer at just 15 years old. Adrienne loved the color blue so much that she dyed her hair blue right before high school. And when she was sick, she wore a blue wig and butterfly wings. Her sister Andrea, our founder, who's here with us today to share her story, called her the Blue Faery. Now, after Adrienne's passing, Andrea realized that there were no resources that had anything to do with HCC. So she started Blue Faery to honor Adrienne's life and to make sure no one else would have to face this disease alone. Today, Adrienne's spirit continues to inspire everything that we do, from our patient education to our advocacy programs. Adrienne's story is where it all began, and her legacy is what drives us. Now, I'd like to show you how that vision takes shape through the programs that we offer at Blue Faery. Our patient resource guides. What you see on your screen here right now is one of our most important resources here at Blue Faery. It's available in English, Spanish, and Chinese, and it's written in plain, accessible language to help patients and their families understand their diagnosis, treatment options, and what to expect. These guides are completely free and ship anywhere in the world. More than 100,000 guides have been distributed to over 700 treatment centers all across the 50 states. There's also a copy here in your folders that you received earlier today with a copy of our patient resource guides. We also have them in Spanish as well. So if any of you have any colleagues, family members that might need it in Spanish, please feel free to let one of our staff members know, and we're happy to hand one over to you. Now, beyond education for patients already diagnosed, we also focus heavily on prevention, and that's where our Love Your Liver campaign comes in as well. Now, our Love Your Liver program focuses on liver cancer prevention and early detection. This program spreads awareness and provides education to high-risk, underserved communities, such as AAPI, Hispanic communities, and African American communities. This program increases awareness of liver disease, liver cancer, and we aim to reduce risk factors and promote earlier diagnosis. All programs are delivered in their native language. Now, let me give you an example of an event we have coming up. This is our Love Your Liver for Hispanic Heritage Month. We recently just had our first one on September 24th. This is our second one, and it is with Dr. Rita Lepe. She's a hepatologist and liver transplant specialist from our community who will be available to answer questions day of. This event is going to be entirely in Spanish. So again, if you have any colleagues, family members, friends, anyone from your community that you know that can benefit from this program, it will be delivered entirely in Spanish, and Dr. Lepe will be there to answer any questions that they may have. This QR code is going to take you directly to the registration page. Now I would like to talk about one of my favorite programs, The Truth About Liver Cancer. Launched in 2023, The Truth About Liver Cancer is a program that aims to reduce risk and educate the public about HCC symptoms and also available treatments through personal stories, expert panels, and lived experiences. The Truth About Liver Cancer helps raise awareness and reduce the stigma around liver cancer. On this slide, you'll also see some of our oncologists as well who have been a part of our panels as well. We've also had panels with clinical trials, multidisciplinary teams, survivor and caregiver stories, palliative care, liver transplant, getting care in a rural setting, which I am currently in the midst of that as well. And patient and advocate perspectives. These are all shared stories that our panelists talk to us about when it comes to Truth About Liver Cancer. So I encourage you all, if you have been a caregiver or you're currently a patient and you feel ready to share your story, I am more than happy to connect with you today. My business card is also in the packets that you received earlier today, and I would love to get a chance to talk to you. And if you would like to share your story, I am available. Now, beyond live conversations, we also offer a clear and visual education that patients can revisit at any time. You and Liver Cancer was launched last year. You and Liver Cancer is an animated patient resource guide created in partnerships with Mechanisms in Medicine, and it includes a video library that explains HCC in a clear and visual way. It's especially helpful for those newly diagnosed patients and families who want to better understand what they're facing and what their options are. Now, in addition to our You and Liver Cancer, it also features expert panels and patient stories helping to bridge the gap between clinical information and lived experience. Now, just as You and Liver Cancer explains liver cancer in simple ways, the Liver Cancer Journal Project helps us understand the human side of the journey. Now, as Andrea talked a little bit about, Adrian was very talented. And the Liver Cancer Journal Project highlights I'd Rather Be Dead Than Death, the journal of Adrian Wilson. And Adrian was a prolific teenage artist, a poet, a writer who was diagnosed with stage 4 liver cancer shortly after her 15th birthday. In her journal, she captured her dreams, her humor, and her reflections on life. Through her words and artwork, Adrienne left behind an unforgettable story of courage, creativity in the face of cancer. Today, her journal continues to inspire all of us here at Blue Faery, and all the proceeds from the book support Blue Faery's mission to serve liver cancer patients and their families. Now, stories are very powerful, as Andrea shared with us before, and so is community. Here's how people stay connected at Blue Faery. Our liver cancer community is one of the most important support systems we have for our patients and caregivers. This is an online space where people living with HCC, along with their caregivers and loved ones, can connect, ask questions, and share experiences with others who truly understand what they're going through. And it's available any time of the day. The community is hosted on Health Unlocked, which is a free and private HIPAA-compliant platform. It's moderated by our community ambassadors, some who are also here with us today. Thank you, Sharon. Who are either caregivers or survivors themselves. Their role is to welcome new members and provide peer support and ensure that the space is safe and respectful. Patients and caregivers can access the community any time of the day, which makes it really helpful for those who may feel isolated and overwhelmed. At the bottom of the slide, you'll be able to see a QR code, which you can scan and also take a picture of. Now, all of the programs that I spoke about today reflect our commitment to making liver cancer information more accessible to caregivers, patients, and loved ones, reducing stigma and building community. Now, before I close, I'd like to take a moment to share our contact information out loud so that you have it clearly. Our main line is 818-636-5624. Our main email is info@bluefaery. Our website is at bluefaery.org, spelled BLUEFAERY.org. That's Blue Faery with an E, not an I. And on social media, you can find us at Blue Faery Liver or Blue Faery Liver Cancer. And if you would like to contact me personally, have any questions about any of the programs I spoke about today, you'd like to share your story, or simply just be connected, I'm happy to connect with you afterwards. And also my contact information is in your packet. I'm really honored to be here with you today, and I really look forward to the conversations that follow. Thank you so much for being here.